Good morning. Sorry it took me so long to get back to you. I was on a trip to Chicago and I got even a tour of Wrigley Field and got to watch the Game 7 of the World Series in a bar where you could look out the window at Wrigley Field. It was just like everything. I wanted to send you a video because I have a couple of ideas for you to look at outside of the discipline of psychology. But first of all, I wanted to show you how to get an article too. So from the library catalog, you can find some of the articles if it's cited somewhere else. And I wanted to show you how to do that, but also what to do if you can't get the full text. There's a handy and a happy trick. So if you go to Advanced Catalog Search and you just put in quotes, the title of the article, this is one that I couldn't find. The other ones I'm sending to you in this email. And so typically a lot of stuff will show up in the catalog, but it won't know what database it's in. So here's how you get to Interlibrary Loan. There's like this thing that says how to get it down here. And if you're not logged in, there might be like a yellow bar on top of it. But when you click on this, you'll be prompted to like put in your Duo authentication. And you get this cruel message. When you click on this Get the Article, it goes to Interlibrary Loan right here. Interlibrary Loan, when you log in, and I've already done my Duo authentication, you can do a new request right here. But wait, there's this cool thing once you're logged in. When you click Get the Article, it will go to, you can go to Interlibrary Loan, and once you pick the right library, it'll fill out the form for you. Isn't that cool? I discovered that accidentally one day, and I'm like, oh, my brain. So you do have to check. I accidentally requested like the abstract on an article once, and they sent me the abstract, and I'm like, why did you send me that? Second thing I wanted to show you, getting outside of psychology, ritual and ceremony is huge, and it's a big part of Homo sapiens and humanity and like archaeology and things like that. So I wanted to show you how to tap into those things. If you go to databases and go to Scopus or Web of Science, you can sort by number of times cited. That's what they do. And the only reason that this dawned on me is because I was part of an enlistment ceremony, a swearing-in ceremony for the military yesterday. I witnessed one, and it was just like all the little bits and pieces were there to help people feel like they belong, to establish roles, to create identity, and all of that stuff can help mitigate issues like feeling ostracized or feeling sick or end-of-life issues and things like that. So when you're in Scopus, you could put in keywords like ceremony or ceremonies or ritual, star gets ritual or rituals. And then I'm only going to look in the article title. And then how do we get into those ideas of identity? Actually, identity might be a good keyword too. So there's culture, this is culture, cultures, cultural, or beliefs, or belonging, or community, or values, or identity. So identity is like wildly broken down. You can think of it as like where you fit in, into the greater. And this is like a hallmark of Homo sapiens. If you wanted to read a good book about that, I have one to recommend. Yuval Navarri's Sapiens. But if you're looking for this in the title and these in the abstract or keywords, or you could say, I want that in the abstract. Here's what Scopus does that's really cool. Out of the 6,000 articles, you can sort by the articles that have been cited the most. So this one, so there's like the evaluative brain, politics of cooperation, but you can dip over to, you could look at psychology if you wanted to, or social sciences as a whole. And you could also come up, so there's a lot of sociology of identity and cultural from like the 1970s, but you could then come up like to the pandemic. And so that narrows it down, and you could see, so there's Stone Age, deterrence, communal drinking. I did some of that near Wrigley Park. So all of these things you could use to support your literature review or your bibliography. Even though you might not be talking about psychology, you could talk about the value of identity and thinking of yourself as a greater part of a whole. And being accepted is a big, big deal. If you're looking for more keywords, here's all the keywords that show up. And so if you wanted to tie in, so this is why we have chaplains and we have religious people at the end-of-life care. So it's like a big deal of belonging and that social construction. So you could go through and look at all of these and see what's going on. Okay, this is more information than you probably needed to know. I hope you have a lovely week.